back to World of Warships with your host X-Brad TC. And today we went out on the neighbors map in the mighty American Tier VIII battleship, the North Carolina. And we have been playing pretty terribly recently, just not having a lot of success. And so this was a successful battle, in that we both survived and we actually won the battle. And we even sank a couple of ships. But what we didn't do was anything particularly spectacular. At the beginning of the match, I kind of held back a little bit, trying to get a feel for which way the team was going. We did bifurcate. We're in the standard battle mode, so there's no capture points I'm really worried about. I mean, I'd get killed if I tried to go capture the enemy base. I start to head due south, and then take a look. I decide, no, I'm going to go more to the east and engage the ones off to my port bow. And that means I'm going to eventually want to get my guns traversing over the other side. We'll get around to that in a little bit. In the meantime, while we're still kind of trying to make up our mind, we'll take a look and see what's out there. When it's fully upgraded, the North Carolina has tremendous range on its guns. I think the max range is 27 kilometers. The problem is your dispersion at that range is terrible. Look, I mean, you can see my armor-piercing rounds coming down, and yeah, any aiming error is you're just going to miss. Any hits you get at that range is just a matter of luck. Still, if you do get hits at that range, you tend to get good damage, because you get plunging fire down on them. Once again, I put the rounds just over this biiron. Came a little bit low because he was actually closing the range. He's actually at a fairly decent range now. And while I've got the rounds out, I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on ahead of me. And we actually got a hit. Did about 4,000 damage. And put the rear turret out on the Otago. And let me get back over here down the street. There is a destroyer, one or two cruisers, and a couple of battleships. The Cleveland is just taking a pounding. We'll try and get a shot off on him. He's angling away. We didn't lead him enough, and we didn't elevate enough. Yeah, not my best shot. What else can we shoot at? Is that turrets? Yeah, we can shoot at turrets. 3 rounds from the rear turret go out at him. He's disappeared from view. Take a look who else we can shoot at, and I believe this is a Colorado. We got 1 hit on the turrets. And the front turret's out on the Colorado. Is it a Colorado or New Mexico? I can't quite tell. Well, that was a pretty good shot. 2 penetrations, 2 bounces, and a citadel. Well, a bounce and an overpen, and a citadel. We went. That was a 19,000 damage salvo. This guy, this Fuso, was sitting dead in the water, and just as I pulled the trigger, he started to accelerate. And I think we're just going to nick him, or completely miss him. Yeah. Very frustrating. I should have had his number. Oh, there's the Cleveland again. And he's out of view again. So far we've lost 1 battleship, and I know there's a destroyer over here on my port bow somewhere, and I'm a little bit worried about that. There's the Cleveland again. We're just going to go ahead and launch on him. Rounds out. Oh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, there's the destroyer I'm worried about. For now, I'm letting my destroyers worry about him. Yeah. 2 overpens was enough to kill the Cleveland. And trying to turn to bring the rear turret to bear on the Fuso. And might as well wait for the front 2 turrets. And rounds out. That looks pretty good. It's going to do some serious damage. I think we did 16,000 damage there. Two more battleships to shoot at. Just waiting for the guns to reload. Kind of keeping an eye out where that destroyer was. I want to make sure there's no torpedoes coming. Bad angle at him. Let's see what the other one is. Our friend the Tirpitz. Rounds out on him. And that looks pretty good. Yeah, maybe let him a little bit too much. Sorry, did a little bit of damage. Yeah, there's the torpedoes I was figuring was coming in. Don't have to maneuver much to avoid them. Tirpitz is going around behind the island, so we're gonna take a look. And, it's in New Mexico, and he's very kindly showing us his broadside. Please continue to do so. Shot. That's gonna leave a mark. Yeah. He was on low health, and so of course I do get the Citadel on him. They have changed the in-game economy at tiers 8, 9, and 10, up in the upper tiers. It used to be you could very easily lose a lot of money depending on how much damage you took on your ship and your service and repair costs. Now, so if you got sunk, you were almost certainly losing money or only making a pittance. Now they have changed it to where it's a flat fee, whether you get sunk or just scratched. And I'm not quite sure exactly how it works, because it's not the same amount in every battle for the same ship. So I'm a little fuzzy on that. Trying to get some rounds out on this guy, but we're watching him getting beat up by our destroyer and a cruiser over there, so we're just going to leave him to those guys. Still, just did several thousand damage. Yeah, we'll leave him to other people and concentrate on killing someone else. Got the island blocking any shot that I might have. And that's one of the things about making a video Battleship game is there's a lot of time where there's nothing going on. You're just driving the ship and waiting for the guns to reload or trying to get around an island so you can get rounds pointed at somebody. It takes a while for these things to happen. When you do get a big hit, it's really satisfying. But, oh, look, I'm getting all ready to nuke this guy, and I'm watching him get pounded. So yeah, we'll go ahead and shoot. I was kind of hoping to ninja the kill, as it was. Didn't do a whole lot to him. A little disappointed in that. And before I'm going to be able to get another shot at him, I think he's going to get ground down by the friendlies. He's got cruiser and 2 destroyers giving him a hard time. Yeah, somebody just hit him hard. Yeah, he's down. So who's next? Once again, there's ships to shoot at, but there's an island in the way. Yeah, I looked at that, I didn't even notice the terrain masking indicator when I pulled the trigger. If I had waited just a couple of seconds, I probably would have had a shot at the destroyer. Shooting at destroyers at that range is not generally going to be successful, but you never know. It's more successful than just putting an entire broadside into the mountains. And I am rapidly closing into a range where this guy could become an issue. I have to get through this pass right in front of me. So, yeah, might as well shoot at him. But if you're going to shoot at him, you should lead him enough. I knew he was turning. I didn't lead him enough, and the rounds were over. So, bad shot, Art. Still, the Tago has popped up again. He's on half health. He's in pretty good shape. And my guns are about to come up. I'm no longer masked. I'll be able to shoot through the saddle of the island. Let's take a look. Okay, that looks good. It looks pretty good. In fact, that looks really good. Always nice to get a devastating strike award. And of course, always nice to get 2 Citadels on a ship and send them to the bottom. I don't know that he even knew what hit him. Once again, here's this destroyer, this Mahan. He's getting into what's kind of starting to be a dangerous range for me. And once again, I engage. Unfortunately, I'm a terrible shot and didn't even lead him enough. I could have killed him easily if I had let him enough. But in the event, he's under fire from 2 different ships and he's dead. And not likely that he actually got torpedoes out. We're down to 1 enemy cruiser, the Pensacola, that you can see hiding behind the island over there, and 2 destroyers. I have no idea where the destroyers are, except, well, you know, there's smoke screens right there. That's a pretty good indication they're around there somewhere. I'm detected. Here's the Pensacola, and yeah, I don't think I led this guy enough. Should have had an easy shot at him. Didn't lead him enough. There's one of the destroyers. He's on nearly full health. And I'm just waiting for the guns to reload. Alright. Am I going to have enough time to take another shot at the Pensacola? He's getting shot at. Not much. Alright. Shots fired on the Pensacola. Once again, I just didn't lead him enough. I do manage to get 2 over penetrations, but that's going to be the last of the damage I did in this battle. One of the destroyers would be sunk. We would go on to win, but because we were capping their base. 281,000 credits, 3,400 XP, 684 free XP, devastating strikes, 89,000 damage, 4 citadels, 27 hits, 3 in-caps, 3 sinkings, and 3 missions completed. Not a great game, but it was good enough to get into the top 3. And it also got me 1,250 base XP, which, you know, that's not bad. 5 players on our team managed to get over 1,000 base XP. That was a pretty good team. 29,000 on the New Mexico, 20,000 on the Otago. Yeah, we kind of just scraped the Cleveland. And we did do 16,000 to the Fuso and a respectable 13,000 to the Tirpitz. As you'll notice, like I said, not sure how they come up with the damage assessment. 112,000 just for being damaged at all left me with a net of 168,000 credits, 3,400 free XP, and just over 10,000 Commander XP. Hope you enjoyed this, and we will catch you soon.